Headquarters tonight, growing support for politicians to override a veto by Governor John Bel Edwards. Political reporter Shannon Hecht brings us the details on the Fairness in Women's Sports Act and why its special session is significant.
That's right, guys. The bill by Senator Beth Mizell echoes legislation across the country. It would prohibit transgender girls from competing on girls' athletics teams in schools. The governor vetoed the bill, saying it's not an issue in Louisiana and that the bill discriminates against transgender children. But now there are calls to override that veto. Messages for a veto override session continue to pour in following the veto on Tuesday. Speaker of the House Clay Scheck-Snyder said that while he doesn't have the authority to call a session, he supports one. The Louisiana GOP and the Attorney General say that the bill is needed to protect women. In the governor's veto message, he says that the legislation makes life more difficult for transgender children who are already a vulnerable population.
The idea that the weight of the state would be put behind something that to me is unnecessary and discriminatory and very hurtful for those individuals.
He also says it could lead to major competitions and events being taken away from the state. When the governor vetoes a bill, it automatically calls a veto session, but most of the time, senators and representatives submit notes saying that it's not necessary. If the majority of the House or Senate submit enough notes, then a session won't be held. Senator Mizell's bill passed with overwhelming support in both the House and Senate. There has never been a veto override outside of regular session since the Louisiana Constitution was adopted in 1974. The legislature has only overturned a veto twice, both during the regular session. There are also talks of overriding two other vetoes. One would permit people 21 and older to conceal carry firearms without a permit or training, and the tax overhaul bill that would use vehicle tax dollars on infrastructure construction. Both those bills have not been vetoed yet, but there have been discussions, and the governor is still deciding. Back to you guys.